Welcome now, 12:30 on the clock. It is the sunny side, and it's been a bit sunny. I mean, yesterday was Monday, right? It was sunny around this time, and then later on, the weather changed and showed us what it is that it is made of. Because I remember someone was saying something yesterday about how sun beat her. Oh, the sun beats me. The sun beats me. But then later on in the evening, we were most likely shivering from the cold because the weather changed. Yeah. So in case the sun is beating you, you know what they say? They say something does not last forever. Yeah, it lasts for a while. How did he? Yeah. Weeping may endure for a night. Although this is not night, joy comes in the morning. So joy will come later. All right. So just take some chilled water and calm down your body system. All right. Your temperature. Whew. So let's talk about something that I know a lot of people, especially Nigerians, actually. Maybe not especially Nigerians, because I'm sure those of them, especially the black community in the US, would also have a kind of way they would react to this particular conversation. So the conversation basically is on police versus public trust. Police. So police versus public trust. All right. I mean, it's a complex relationship which the police have with the public. Trust. We've talked about trust a lot of times, right? The other time we talked about trust in a marriage relationship. So today we're talking about trust in this kind of relationship. What do we even call this relationship? Police and public relationship. Okay, so I'm going to base it on a story that I saw online. The story broke yesterday. All right. The Punch brought the story. So the story has it that some residents of a particular place they mentioned in Etsako East local government area of Edo State burnt down a police station. Why? Well, they're saying that a young man was kidnapped and killed. And so they were angry that the police did not live up to their responsibility. So a source who spoke to the Punch on the condition of anonymity said several persons were reported killed and vehicles inside the police station set ablaze over an allegation that a suspected herdsman or that suspected herdsmen were kidnapping and killing people for organ harvesting and were allegedly, all these things were, they said were allegedly, it be like say, so they were allegedly being protected by the police. And so, but this particular incident where they went on to set the police station on fire was the case of a young boy who was said to have been kidnapped some weeks ago, and even after ransom was paid, he was still not released, and then it was later discovered that he was killed. And so youths in the community, they tracked the phone, and the user was arrested and handed over to the police. Now, the thing is, they were not satisfied with how the police were handling the matter, and so they stormed the police station and took away the suspect and decided to just handle the matter themselves. So this is just one story out of so many others. This is an extreme case here. All right. But generally speaking, there are so many people who are frustrated about or regarding inadequate police response, the corruption in the police force, or even generally security, or maybe the perceived ineffectiveness of the police in handling some crime or certain crimes, right? So these people, usually when you're talking with Nigerians about police, you just get this vibe of people who have just given up. But at the end of the day, people get into trouble and you still hear them say, was there no police there? When they hear stories like, oh, a kidnap happened somewhere, robbers robbed somewhere, people do not readily say, was there no... Were people not there? No, they will say, was there no police? Where was the police when this was happening? So on one hand, there is that, we don't trust them. But on the other hand, there's the consciousness that people still expect the police to act, to do their job. Some people are still looking up to the police and expecting the police to do what they're supposed to do. And so my question to you for this conversation, please listen to the questions so that you will not talk generally or start reacting to this particular case. All right? This story is not my topic. It's just a story. There's something they call it in teaching. It's called set induction. That's what I just did. All right? So, but my question to you is, what would make you trust the police more? If you're not going to ever trust them, don't bother. But if you have something you think that if the police begins to do this, that would make you trust the police more, fine. Then you're welcome aboard. All right? So do well to talk to me. What will make you trust the police more? And then secondly, do you feel comfortable reporting a crime to the police? Yeah. That is the second question. But let's start with the first one. What would make you trust the police more? So that's the conversation for now. It's going to last till about 1 p.m. Oh, yeah. Well, it's going to continue after the 1 p.m. hour. That's after the news. All right. Because we have a live appearance, an interview that's going to happen afterwards. But then I'll come back and then we'll wrap up the conversation. So later on, there are other conversations. There's another conversation that will come up. But for now, this is what we're discussing. Get on Facebook. We're live there. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. And then next, we're Nigeria Info PH. Yeah, exactly. So let's hear from you. The numbers to call are 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0002, and 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0007. I'm also taking messages, so please drop them on WhatsApp. And the number to drop that message is 0809-030-6416. All right. So the conversation generally is on police and public trust. So that's what we're discussing right now. What will make you trust the police more? Tell me, what are those things? Don't worry, police no send me to come and do this conversation. It's just you and I. But definitely they're listening, okay? And I'm pretty sure that you might say one or two things that would catch their attention. And if it's something they would also like to implement, good for everybody, right? Exactly. Life is good. 0817-923-0002. I'm seeing messages here on WhatsApp. Sorry, not WhatsApp. This is Facebook. So I'm going to start off with these ones here. What's your name? Peter Valentine Obunnaya says, police and public supposed to be working together to enhance the society. But due to stomach infrastructure, some police officers are not working according to vision and mission. Okay, we have heard. So what will now make you to trust the police more? Let me know the second thing that came to my mind. Dave Pafta says, nothing at all. If we're talking about Nigerian police, even total reforms will not make me trust the police. I don't see a lot for their hands are. This one I'll see shaking. All right. Ozzy Wamate says, police officers are good when they favor you and bad when they don't favor you. So are you basically saying that they should favor you more? Anyway, Ihanichukwu Alaribe says, until they stop collecting bribe from the motorists and be law abiding in discharging their duties. What they collect, is it bribe or is it called extortion? Because I see that sometimes we actually do not know the difference between those two words. Is it extortion or is it bribe, right? Mwabweze Kayla says nothing. Okay. Who called first? Is it Victor? Okay, Solomon called first. Hi, Solomon from OG. Good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon, Constance. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, you talking about our respected friends we call the police. Actually, something happened I want to share. It has taken place some 2 years or 3 years ago.
Okay.
Constance, are you on the line?
I'm listening.
Okay. A guy called me and was able to get to me and asked for a token. He begged for a token. I don't know the guy, but I mistook his voice for somebody I know. So when I said, is it this man that is calling me? He said yes. I should send him some money. The money he requested was high. But what I did was to offer the one I think I can offer. So he gave me an account number, a different name, a different place I should pay the money to. But the bottom line about it is that when I reported to the police, I first went to the bank. The bank he used was Fidelity. The bank manager said, no, he cannot check into anybody, this and this and this and this. I went to the police. Police, I should pay them money to go and secure an injunction to go and trace the whole thing. I gave the money. Till today, when I went back, they told me to pay more money. So that made me to forget about it and forget about the issue that has to do with that. And that thing died the natural death. So to a very large extent, I would like our police, because somebody's money is missing, he reported, and he was asked to pay another money. It's quite discouraging. Thank you very much.
Okay, so what is your submission at the end of the day? What would you like the police to do?
I've already said it. Please, if somebody is in distress, there is that need to jump into action and help the person. Not asking the person to pay some money to do some other investigation, to do this and this, for the person to pay the money. I think they should be there because they don't know the stress the person is passing through at that point in time.
All right. Thank you very much, Solomon. Hi, Victor. Please do well to call back. All right. Thank you very much. What would make you trust the police more? What is that thing? Or what are those things that would make you trust the police more? And then, do you feel comfortable reporting a crime to the police? Yes or no? Why? Or why not? Whichever is your answer. All right? 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0002, and 0817-923-0007. I'm seeing a message here that... Okay. I'm going to read this message. Ernest, I see your message there. So please, you also can send yours. Send it to 0809-030-6416. That's the WhatsApp number. So send your messages to that particular number. Okay? What will make you trust the police more? I've already shared a story of what happened in Benin, in Edo State rather. And then some other person has called in to, narrate his own incident. And he's also told us at the end of that story what he would like to have the police do better. Perhaps this is what is going to make him trust them more. If someone is in distress and comes to the police should act on it and not ask the person to pay extra money. Providence is calling from Choba. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome aboard.
Yes, ma. Well, what will make me trust the police more?
Mm-hmm.
Because the cases that is more is this brutality. So I would want a transparency, a situation whereby if they can provide them with body cams and then allow the citizens to at least let them know it's their right to always video with their phones whenever you have some kind of situations with the police, so at least there will be transparency with the whole process. That will at least if I know that this police officer is putting on a body cam and it's on, whatsoever thing we are doing is being covered. So at least I'll be more comfortable, doing anything with the police officer also.
All right. Thank you very much. Body cam is it? David from OG, good afternoon.
Okay, let me use my... Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, I'm David from Oji. So, I'm having several experiences with police that I want to be very optimistic about a total reform. So, in 2019, my wife was kidnapped, and I went to the police just early in the morning. She was kidnapped. I went to the police station, and they were telling me that they can't go there. I need to buy fuel for their vehicle. They need to do a report that is working. That should not buy it up for them. That now the big man wife with the kidnap. You want me to work now? Maybe you can't buy us things down. I was like, what's all this? And I was pleading with them. I was pleading with the guy, and I had to go to the DSS. It was the DSS that helped to extend a release. So,
Oh, your line is breaking, Mr. David.
okay, can you hear me now?
Okay.
Okay, so you now begin to look at the other forces, the DSS, the military. What are they doing right that makes them a little better than the police? Is it their form of discipline? Is it their training pattern? So if we can just copy that, that might just up them a little. And like this, photocopying is very easy. Go to a country where it is working well. The police reform system that they have, or whatever they have in those countries, that makes them stand out, like the body count the previous caller talked about. Training, generally, training, human capital development, but you cannot remove remuneration, payment from this conversation. You cannot expect him, you cannot give a man a gun and you are paying him 90,000 naira, 80,000 naira, even the 9,000 naira you owe him, and he has a gun with him. He's going to exploit people. So remuneration should be part of this conversation.
So you're saying, Mr. David, hold on. So what you're saying is that you would like to hear that police officers now earn like 500K per month. That would make you trust them more now.
Yes, that's a piece of the pie, generally. But yes, if they earn more and they are well trained, their mindset is being renewed. They have the equipment, the gadgets. Most of them buy their uniform themselves.
Okay.
Most of them buy their uniform themselves.
All right. Thank you very much. Prince from Woji. Woji people, how far? Hello.
We are fine.
All right, go on.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, you're asking how do we trust police?
Yeah, what would make you trust the police more?
I cannot trust them.
Why not?
Right now, having a very big issue.
Say what? I can barely hear you, please.
Right now, I'm having an issue on ground. I arrested somebody. And I used the army to arrest the person and hand over to the police. It's a matter of a child trafficking. So, after handed over to the police asked me to pay money to arrest the other people. And after getting the other people, we now mention where the child is. Guess what? Police asked me to give them 400,000 to go and to how they can recover the child. You know what police did? I said I don't have the money. They now told me that they are going to free the people. So their problem lies until if you pay them 1 million naira until you stop them from extorting money from people and before doing the job. That's when you can get it right. I can't trust them.
All right. Prince from Woji. Thank you very much for calling. So, extortion is another thing. Origi from Obogo, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
My experience with the police is that there are some police officers who meet, they are very, very good. There are also some you meet, you hate to meet a police officer. But one other thing that worries us is civilian impatient. If you report a matter against somebody, you will not allow the police to do their investigation. You will use money to influence them. By the time you influence them with your money, and maybe the person you arrested, they did not detain him the way you want, you will say they are bad. Sometimes we should allow police to investigate their matter, not to be influencing them with money. Most times we go to police to pay money. It's our cause that causes to pay them money. Even on the way that they extort money from people, we are the people that generate them taking money. Because 2/10 of the drivers going along the road, there was no motor particular.
Okay, so what you're trying to tell us, Origi, hold on. I want to understand what your angle is. So what you're saying generally is that you trust the police.
What I'm saying generally is that police is a good friend and a bad friend. You can work with them if you enjoy him, but if you are very in a hurry, you cannot work with them. So police is good.
Okay, thank you for calling. Sounded like an officer himself, but it's all good. Hi, Temple. Hello.
Good afternoon, the very distinguished Constance Mega.
Welcome aboard, Temple.
I celebrate you. The very distinguished Constance.
Sir?
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, go on.
Yes, your question goes, what can the police do for me personally to trust them? And I ask, like those of them that are good within the confines of the police force, what did they do for them to be that good? And what is the problem of this bad egg within the confines of the police force? Like, I will always say my own, no. Person where don't bad, no. If you like, pay some of them 1 million naira. That's 5 naira, 10 naira, 200 naira they collect on the road. And sometimes if you refuse to give them, they want to cock gun on you. My dear, they will never change from that. No matter how much the police is being paid, those ones where they have inculcated that habit in them. Even stopping it now, they don't collect this money. Some of them will get high BP. So there is nothing those ones can do. There is nothing you can even do to change them. They will never even change.
So Temple, do you feel comfortable reporting a crime to the police?
Reporting a crime?
Yeah.
To police?
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, I will become the problem.
Oh, God.
How many times have I reported crime to the police and that become a problem? And sometimes the person you are reporting the police even is in fact they are even the problem because they will go and open up the identity of the person you reported to. That at the end of the day the person will come back hunting you. Even police their own cannot even protect your own interest. See, police, they help matter. Thank you.
All
so
right,
much.
thank you, Temple. Hi, Okonkwo from Rumokuta.
Good afternoon, my big sister.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, I do not trust the policemen and women.
How come?
I also do not trust any Nigerian citizen or the Nigerian citizen, and I will never trust them.
How come?
My scenario. Somebody fought with somebody in their yard, and the one of them went and brought them. Do you know that I talk to you now that they have framed another allegation that boy is a Yahoo boy? How they fought instead of focusing on the issue-based matter, they have framed it and came up with allegations. I will never trust any Nigerian citizen. Thank you.
All right, so you're also saying people should not trust you. And there he goes. All right, thank you very much, Okonkwo. So Ernest from Woji says, imagine going to the police station and they offer you tea to drink or rice to eat and relax before questioning you, give you a place to sit down and turn on the AC for you. Maybe now that transportation is costly, police carrying you in their van to your destination. Imagine your car break down on the road and police stops by and helps to fix your car or gets my mechanic for me. I think this little thing will make me trust them small. So all that he mentioned is little. And yet, the trust they're going to get from this is small. All right, thank you, Ernest. Ugo Bugo from Umboaba says, only when all the operations are put on live camera, from the point of suspecting to investigation to interception or arrest to prosecution, that is what's going to make you trust the police more. Interesting. All right, so I'm collating your views, right? And I'm simply asking you to tell me, what are those things, or what is that thing that would make you trust the police more? More like, what is that thing that if the police begins to do, you will now start trusting them more? Because, I mean, it's, if I start asking, do you trust the police? Do you not trust I know that a lot of people actually do not trust the police. Okay? So we've moved on from that part. I'm not asking if you trust the police. I'm asking what would make you trust them more. Like the incident I gave the example with, where a kidnapping was said to have been done, and the police got involved, and the people were looking at how they were handling the matter, and they felt like the police was not doing, or the police were not handling the matter the way they ought to, and they decided to take matters into their own hands. Burnt down a police station. People were angry because this young man was killed at the end of the day. They've lost a loved one. And so they were not happy about it. And so some person had called in to say he had also a kidnapping incident, and he reported, and he went to the police, and he said, they said, oh, now big man wife now didn't kidnap. We don't have this, we don't have that. Oh yeah, show working. And so he says he had to go to a higher police, the DSS. And he says that's how he was able to get help. And nobody was asking him to bring money for this, bring money for that. Well, some other persons have called in to say if they wear body camera, and someone actually really said, and it is on, they turn it on. But how are you going to know that if it's on or not? Because even those of them over there in the US, sometimes you find out that they do not turn on their body cams. And then a situation comes out, someone is killed or someone dies, and then they really do not have evidence because a police officer deliberately did not turn on his body cam. Yeah, because he knew exactly what he was going to do. Right? A lot of situations where people just want to hold the police accountable. I mean, if we're going to trust you to do something, if we're going to trust you with securing lives and property, then you should look the part. Like, you should actually look the part. Look like we should trust you. But then some other person called in to say, if police is bad, it's people that are making police bad. If police is good, it's people that are making police good. Police is good, police is bad. It's the citizens that are causing it. You people are the ones giving them money on the road. You people are the ones inducing officers when a case, or when you bring a case before them, you will not allow them to do their due diligence of investigating themselves. They're within their own time, but you just want everything to be done your own way, and so you go and offer money. That's why they will not ask for money now when another person comes. Anyway, that was his point though. All right, so we go off now for the news, and after the news there's an interview for 110, and after that interview I'll come back. I'm seeing messages. I'll definitely read those messages, all right, after I return from that break. Anunobi Onyekachi, I'll read your message. It's quite long. I can't take it right now because of the few seconds I've got on my hands. So the news trending stories comes right up, and after that the show continues. Don't go anywhere.